Morning, all of you. So in the last class, we have discussed one numerical problem for common source amplifier with and without input resistance. So the effect of inserting an input resistance RS is the gain will be reduced by a factor of 1 plus GM into RS. That is what we have shown in the previous problem. You can see the original gain was GV dash, which was 2.33, but to maintain GV is equal to 7. Okay, GV is the original gain, that is without a source resistance, that was 7, and GV dash was 2.33. So why we are maintaining this 2.33? Because I want the same output voltage even though your input is tripled by 3 times, right? The previous problem, your input was 1.2 volt peak to peak, and we have multiplied your input by 3 times so that it became 2.8 volt peak to peak. So the overall voltage gain that we need to maintain is 2.8 by 1.2, that is 2.33. So for this GV dash and the given value of GV, we have found the resistance RS, and the value of GM is already given to you. It was 1 milliampere per volt. That was already given to you. So after substituting GV dash, GV and GM, you got the resistance value RS. Now coming to the next problem, that is with respect to common gate amplifier. Okay. So we have problems based on common source, common gate as well as common drain. As of now, we have finished with common source, how the common source amplifier can be designed. And already we have discussed the various performance parameters like input resistance, output resistance, overall voltage gain, open circuit voltage gain, all those things. Now coming to the next configuration, that is common gate amplifier. Take down the question. Consider a CG amplifier designed using the circuit of following figure. Means we have a DC biasing circuit which is given in the question. Okay. So based upon the DC biasing circuit, we have a common gate amplifier. So biasing circuit is given to you. So please try to understand that the given circuit is not the common gate amplifier. The given circuit is the biasing circuit that will give you some additional parameters in order to design the amplifier circuit. Understood? So in the question, they won't give the common gate amplifier as such. What they will give is, they will give the biasing circuit in order to design the amplifier. You know the difference between biasing and amplifier. Amplifier will always have the AC parameters as well, including the coupling capacitance, load resistance, all those things. Whereas biasing circuit will consist of only the DC parameters, including the current source, voltage divider network, all those things, supply voltage, all those things. Okay. So this question, they have asked to find out some performance parameters of a common gate amplifier which was designed using a particular biasing circuit that was shown in the figure. And for this particular biasing circuit, the transconductance GM is 1 milliampere per volt. GM is equal to 1 milliampere per volt. RD is equal to 15 kilo ohm. So they have given the drain resistance value, the transconductance value. Based upon this given parameters, you have to find the input resistance, output resistance, AV naught, that is open circuit voltage gain, AV, that is the normal voltage gain, GV, the overall voltage gain, for RL equal to 15 kilo ohm, RC equal to 50 ohm. These are all the part of your amplifier. Okay. So load resistance is 15 kilo ohm, signal resistance is 50 ohm. And we also have to find the overall voltage gain when the signal resistance is increased to 1 kilo ohm. Earlier it was 50 ohm. After changing from 50 ohm to 1 kilo ohm, what will be the change in GV that we need to find? Again, when RC becomes 10 kilo ohm and 100 kilo ohm, what will be the change in overall voltage gain? I hope the question is clear for you. Again, I am repeating. Meanwhile, you can take down the question. It is a common gate amplifier circuit, and we have to find some performance parameters of this common gate amplifier based upon the given biasing circuit. So for the given biasing circuit, we have a MOSFET whose transconductance is given, the drain resistance is given, the load resistance is given, signal resistance is given, and we need to find the value of input resistance, output resistance, overall voltage gain, then open circuit voltage gain, and the normal voltage gain AV. Okay, and also we need to find what changes we have on overall voltage gain whenever we are changing our signal resistance RSIC from 50 ohm towards 1 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm, and 100 kilo ohm. So that also we need to find. I hope the question is clear to you. Now you can take down the circuit diagram. Please don't misunderstand that this is a common source amplifier. This is not an amplifier. This is a biasing circuit which is given for a common gate amplifier. This becomes a common gate amplifier whenever we are giving our input to source and taking our output from gate. Understood? Here I have not shown any input, right? So this is not an amplifier circuit. This is just a biasing circuit that is fixing our drain voltage and source voltage as well as the overall drain current by using a constant current source and gate resistance and drain resistance. The supply voltages are plus 10 volt and minus 10 volt as you can see, and the drain voltage and source voltage are plus 2.5 and minus 2.5 respectively. So again, I am repeating students, this is not the common gate amplifier which is given. This is a biasing circuit that was used to design the common gate amplifier. An amplifier will become a common gate amplifier only if you give a signal input to the source terminal and you take the output from drain terminal so that the gate is common for both input and output side. I hope it is clear for you. Sandosh, the question is clear for you, no? Neeta, Meghanashri.
Yes, sir.
So once you have taken down the question as well as the circuit diagram, now you can start doing the numerical problem solution. First, what you have to find? You have to find Rn. Okay. So take the result of CG amplifier analysis, the consolidated result of CG amplifier analysis. So take that derivation, common gate amplifier derivation, all of you take. And in that you have consolidated all the results, including R in, R out, AV, AV not, GV, everything. So from that, let us find out what is R in. Can anybody tell me what is R in? According to the derivations result of a common gate amplifier that we have done in the previous classes, equation for Rn is given by, yes, very good. It is 1 by Gn. Okay. I hope you have taken that note. Okay. Please take that portion, common gate amplifier, that we have consolidated all that results, Rn, R out, AV, GV, AV not, everything. So from that, take the expression for Rn. Rn is given by 1 divided by Gn. Rn is given by 1 divided by Gm. So this question, Gm is given to you, that is 1 milliampere per volt. That is a trans conductance. You can substitute here. So it will be what? 1 kilo ohm, right? Because milliampere will come to the numerator, it will become 10 to the power 3. 10 to the power 3 means it is 1 kilo ohm. Volt per ampere. Volt per ampere is ohm only. And the 10 to the power minus 3 will come to the numerator, it will become 10 to the power 3. So 10 to the power 3 ohm is nothing but 1 kilo ohm. So this will be the input resistance of a common gate amplifier. Next, output resistance. The equation for the output resistance is RD. As per our analysis, R out is equal to RD. So it is evident that in the question, the drain resistance is 15 kilo ohm. It is given here, RD is 15 kilo ohm. So that can be considered as output resistance as per our analysis results. So RD is 15 kilo ohm. Now coming to the third parameter, we have to find AV naught. AV naught is the open circuit voltage gain, which is GM into RD. Actually, AV is GM into RD parallel RL. But in fact, whenever we have to find that AV naught, we have to remove that RL, because AV naught is open circuit voltage gain, in which we will disconnect the load resistance from the output terminals and analyze the gain, so that the equation will become GM into RD. GM already we have done, it is 1 milliampere per volt into RD is given to you 15 kilo ohm. So your answer will be 15, because milliampere and kilo ohm will get cancelled. So the answer will be 15. Next, after finding AV naught, we will find AV. AV is given by GM into RD parallel RL. That is, it is a gain that will consider the load resistance as well. Okay. If you are not considering RL, that becomes AV naught. So whenever we are putting RL parallel to RD, it is nothing but AV. So in the question, they have given RL also 15 kilo ohm, RD is also 15 kilo ohm. That is, both the parameters have been given in the question. Even GM also they have given. So everything you can substitute. 15 parallel 15 means it is 7.5. 15 into 15 divided by 15 plus 15. So that will become 7.5 into 1, which is 7.5. So that is a gain AV. So when you compare this AV naught and AV, it is understood that the open circuit voltage gain will be more than that of the normal voltage gain. That is, whenever we are connecting the load, you can say, you can observe the output or a decrease in the output. That means the gain has decreased. Okay, if there is no load, means the output will be maximum, because of which you can say that the gain is maximum. So whenever we are connecting the load resistance across the output terminals, the gain will decrease. So that is how we have shown here. So after connecting the load resistance, the gain has decreased from 15 to 7.5. Now coming to GV, GV is the overall voltage gain. The expression of GV is the original gain divided by 1 plus GM into R sig. See, please note the difference between common source and common gate. In common source, here we have 1 plus GM into RS, whereas here it is 1 plus GM into R sig. Okay, where R sig is your input signal resistance, which is connected in series with your input source. So already the numerator already you have found out, right? GM into RD parallel RL already it is known to you, that is AV. So this numerator can be taken as AV, which is nothing but 7.5 divided by 1 plus GM into R sig. GM is 1, but what about R sig in the question? R sig is 50 ohm. So please note the unit, it is 50 ohm. So what we have to do is we have to convert ohm into kilo ohm. Why? Because I have retained my GM in milliampere per volt. So since I have retained GM in milliampere per volt, I should convert ohm into kilo ohm. So 50 ohm into kilo ohm means 50 divided by 1000. So I think it will come around 7.14. 7.5 divided by 1 plus 0.05. That is 7.5 divided by 1.05. That will be 7.14, which is comparatively lesser than AV. So what is the observation? The overall voltage gain will reduce. It is getting reduced by a factor of 1 plus GM into R sig when you compare with AV. Okay. So the difference between normal voltage gain and the overall voltage gain is, normal voltage gain is a ratio between V naught by Vi, where Vi is your input towards the gate terminal, and GV is a ratio between V naught by V sig. So whenever we are finding the overall voltage gain, it will be always less than that of the normal voltage gain. That is what we have shown here. Any doubts, students, till this particular portion? So as of now, we have found out Rn, Rout, AV0, AV, and GV for a given common gate amplifier based upon this biasing circuit. Is that clear? Any doubts? This answer is 7.14. Now coming to the next part, in the second part, what they have asked us, we need to find the overall voltage gain for these three possible resistance values. So what we have to do is take the general equation for GV and substitute 1 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm, and 100 kilo ohm and find out three answers and try to comment what is the effect of increasing the signal resistance. So initially it was 50 ohm and we got a gain of 7.14, I think, right? So when we are increasing our RSig towards 1 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm, and 100 kilo ohm, it is obvious that our input is getting dropped, right? Our signal is getting lost in that series branch. Only the remaining part of the signal is coming towards the gate input for the further amplification. I mean, source input for further amplification. So when a resistance increases, the drop across the signal resistance will also increase so that the overall input coming towards your amplifier will get decreased and that will affect our overall gain. So that is what we are trying to show here. So in place of RSIC, now I will insert what? 1 kilo ohm. Instead of putting 50 ohm, now I will put 1 kilo ohm. Since already it is in kilo ohm, there is no need for conversion. Okay. Whereas in the previous case, it was in ohm. So I have converted into kilo ohm by dividing by 1000. But now it is in kilo ohm. So just substitute RSIG is equal to 1 kilo ohm and simplify. So your answer will be 3.75. So drastically it has reduced. The gain has been reduced from 7.1 something to 3.75 after increasing my input signal resistance from 50 ohm to 1 kilo ohm. Similarly, substitute for RSIG equal to 10 kilo ohm and RSIG is equal to 100 kilo ohm and let me know the answers. Question number B is substitute RSIG is equal to 10 kilo ohm here. Keeping the same value of AV and GM. AV is 7.5. GM is 1 milliampere per volt. So another important announcement for your internal test one, you will have both module one and module two. Already I have shared the complete notes for both the modules. And also if you want, you can see the video links and the video links have been shared in my YouTube channel. You can see that. And I have shared the channel link also in your classroom that also you can see. And the question bank also I have given. So you have to work on that particular question bank. All the numericals as well as the derivations you have to work. Actually, this is a single subject, but it is difficult to write or to reproduce in your paper. It is very difficult unless you practice. So thorough practice is mandatory. So all the derivations you should practice well. Then you appear for the exams, even for SCA also. Don't keep it for the nth moment. Okay, daily you have to practice whatever derivations, whatever problems I'm doing. That you have to take down the lecture notes, practice it very well, and all the results you have to by heart. Okay, derivations you have to practice, and the results you have to remember because you won't be getting time to derive and then apply the results to the numerical. Correct? No? So you have to remember the result of common gate, common drain, and common source amplifier so that we can apply the numerical. Uh, yes, I hope you have finished this problem. So the answer is for 10 kilo ohm, yes, the gain is 0.68, and further if it is 100 kilo ohm, again it is drastically reduced to 0.074 volt per volt. Okay, even if you not mention this volt per volt also, it is fine. Okay, so why I have mentioned this volt per volt is to confirm that it is in uh, a unitless dimension, okay, or dimensionless quantity. Otherwise you can mention your gain in decibels also. So why I have mentioned this volt per volt specifically, because I need to clarify that my answer is in a dimensionless quantity. Another way of producing the final answer is in decibels. So no need to go for that. So you can mention V by V for the GV and AV. Any doubts, students? Another announcement I have is, so tomorrow, by today or tomorrow, I will give the final list of your mini project, the approved topics. Few of them they may not be getting, they may not have got my email reply. It is fine, but tomorrow or by today evening, you will get that Excel sheet information. So in that, the approved topic will be there, as well as a guide list will be there. So you can contact the guide and you can proceed. Okay. And in few topics, I have given suggestions to modify, so that you have to take into consideration and then proceed. Okay, discuss with the guide and then you have to proceed. Then uh, all the hardware experiments, that is, unlike the MATLAB or VLSI simulations, the embedded projects or IoT projects, if you have taken means, then you have to go for some simulations also in Proteus or something like that. Okay, so you can make use of this 1 month period, that is May second week, third week, and fourth week, because at May end we are going to have the first review. So before that, I want everyone to finish the simulation work of your hardware. So you can download the Proteus or some other simulation tool, or even you can simulate in online platform also. That is not mandatory that you should have a legalized licensed software, but you can go for some online platform also. Whatever it is comfortable for you, you have to show the simulation output. Okay. Again, I will tell that is not mandatory, since you will have some difficulty in getting the components right now. That is why I'm telling this is necessary. Okay. If you are feeling difficulty in getting the components and implementing the project in a hardware setup, then you can go for the simulation and show the output that will consider for your output marks. And at the end moment, please don't come to me that we don't have output since it was lockdown. We are not able to show the output. That reason will not be entered. So take your own time, go for the simulation and show the output. Okay, so learn how to simulate all those Arduino setup, whatever the communication or Wi-Fi. So everything we can simulate in the Proteus or some other platform. So I'm talking about the hardware experiments or IoT based or embedded based projects. The other projects like VLSI or VHDL, MATLAB and all, you can go for simulation as such. Okay, but don't tell me that excuse that it is a hardware project, we are not able to get the components from the market, so we are not doing the project. That will not be considered. Your marks for the first review, you are having some marks for the partial output. The partial output is nothing but your simulation output. Okay, is that clear? Any queries? So take down the next and the last question of this particular module, module 2. The question is, consider a source for our, take down the question, consider a source for our designed based on the following DC circuit. Consider a source follower designed based on the following DC circuit. Note that Note that GM is equal to 1 milliampere per volt. GM is equal to 1 milliampere per volt, and R0 is equal to 150 kilo ohm. R0 is equal to 150 kilo ohm. Let R6 is equal to 1 mega ohm. RL equal to 15 kilo ohm. VA equal to 75 volt. VA means early voltage. So it is understood that we have to take small letter R0 into account. Okay, we have to consider small letter R0 for finding some performance parameters for the given value of VA. The first part of the question is you have to find R in, AV naught, AV, and R out, both without and with R0 taken into account. So we have to find these four parameters for two distinct cases. One is without R0 and second case is with R0. And part B is we have to find the overall small signal voltage gain GB with R0 taken into account. Considering our output resistance or channel modulation effect, what will be the overall voltage gain? That is the second part of the question. In the previous problem, we have analyzed common gate amplifier. Now we are there to find the performance parameters of a source follower. You know that source follower is a common drain amplifier where we will give our input to gate and we will take our output from source. Okay, so since the output follows the source and it is almost same as the gate input, therefore this is called as source follower. And note that the drain is connected to ground, right? That is why the drain is common for both input and output. Whenever we are performing the small signal analysis, we have a ground terminal, AC ground at drain terminal. Otherwise, the drain will be connected to your supply voltage. So that was a circuit diagram of a source follower. But in this question, they have given a circuit which is called DC circuit. That is nothing but the biasing circuit which is used for source follower. Again, don't confuse with this diagram. This diagram is same for the previous two questions. Okay, it is just same as that of previous two questions. That is, this is a biasing circuit that is fixing a proper drain current and the drain voltage and source voltage for this particular configuration. So don't ask me that this is source follower, but here it is common source. This is not common source. An amplifier is acting as a common source only if you give input to the gate terminal, take the output from drain, and source is common to both input and output side. The circuit, there is no AC signal given, there is no AC output taken, everything it is DC biasing. Okay, so this is just a DC circuit that is helping to fix up convenient Q point for this particular configuration called source follower. But this circuit can act as a source follower only if you give input to the gate, AC input to the gate, and if you take the output from the source to a coupling capacitor, and then it may act as a source follower. But as of now, this is simply a DC circuit that will mention some parameters of your MOSFET, terminal voltages and currents of your. I hope the concept is clear for you. Any doubts? So first, let us have case one, because we are going to find all these four parameters with R0 and without R0. So let us take first with R0. Case one with R0. Please take your analysis, yesterday's class notes, source follower or common drain amplifier analysis. And in that, find the result for Rn. As per the analysis, the equation for Rn is equal to Rg, and here Rg is 4.7 megaohm, so I can take it as Rn. Next, AV0. AV0 is R0 divided by R0 plus 1 by Gm with R0. Since we are dealing with R0, we have to go for this equation. But we know that this value can be found out only if we know the value of R0. But in the question explicitly, they have not mentioned anything about R0. But to find R0, we have got a clue, that is VA. The equation for R0 is VA by ID. We have discussed this in the first module. R0 is equal to VA by ID, and VA is 75 volt. ID is your fixed DC current, that is 0.5 milliampere. So that will become 150 kilo ohm. Milliampere means when it comes to the numerator, it will become kilo ohm. So 0.5 is 7.5 into 2, that is 150. So 75 into 2, that is 150. So the answer is 150 kilo ohm. Okay. So in some questions, directly they may give R0. So if it is not mentioned as such, yeah, here it is mentioned R0. But maybe in CE, you may not get R0. Or maybe in your internal exams, you will not get R0. Instead of that, I have given VA and ID indirectly from the circuit, you got ID. So from that, you can calculate R0. But as far as this question is concerned, I have given R0 directly. If it is not given also, you can find out by this particular method. That is what I have mentioned over here. So don't leave as such, telling that I don't know R0. R0 is not mentioned in the question. There will be some clues to find R0, and the clue will be VA and ID. VA will be mentioned in the question, and ID will be mentioned in your circuit diagram based upon the current source. So once you get the value of R0, you can substitute over here. GM is same. Same question. GM is 1 milliampere per volt. See, same. So after substituting, your answer will be 150 divided by 151, because this will become 1. So the answer is 0.99. So by observing this, you can see the voltage gain is very much closer to unity. That means your source follower is just acting as a buffer where the gain is unity. Unity means almost the output signal is equal to the input signal Vsic. There is nothing like amplification happening over here. So almost all the input is getting across your load resistance without any distortions, and that is nothing but your buffering action of this source follower. So this parameter is very important. AV naught of a source follower is very much closer to unity. Any doubts, students? Melita? Can I proceed? Banu Prakash?
Yes, sir.
So next we will go for AV. So what was the equation for AV? The only changes, instead of putting R0 alone, I will incorporate RL also, because you know the difference between AV naught and AV. AV will change to AV naught whenever we are removing our load resistance, right? So here we are including our load resistance parallel with small letter R0, so that it will become the gain AV, okay, including the load resistance. If you are excluding the load resistance, it is AV naught. So you know that whenever we are connecting the load resistance, still there will be some decrement in our gain. So let us find what, how much it will affect our gain. So in the question they have mentioned RL as 150. So you can substitute here 150 parallel 15. 15 means already it is given, or already we have found out, right? It is not 15, it is 150, right? R0 is 15 or 150? 150. RL is 15. Sorry, RL is 15 kilo. sorry, RL is equal to 15 kilo ohm, R0 is 150. Okay. So it will be 15 parallel 150 divided by 15 parallel 150 plus 1. So after solving, you will get this value. So compare these two. You can see, including the load resistance means the gain has decreased. But there is no there is no that much decrement is not observed here. But still, we have that fluctuations in our gain because of the variation in the load resistance. So please remember, the load resistance has a greater impact on the gain for any amplifier. That is why we will be designing the amplifiers for different wattage speakers, right? For 1 kilowatt speaker, it will be different. For 1 megawatt speaker, it will be different. So for different output power level, we are designing different amplifier circuits with different parameters. Okay, so load is always playing a significant role on the gain. So we need to design the amplifier for the given load. For example, say a loudspeaker. What is the specification or what is expected power output requirement for the particular loudspeaker? Accordingly, we will design the gain based upon the equation. In less than 1 minute, this meeting will get done. So as of now, we have done with RN, AV0 and AV.